Here's the other aspect of Street Fighter 6 I haven't touched. Lobbies with viewers. Right? Ever since the game came out, my viewers have been saying, hey, can we play in a lobby with you? And I answered, well, let me play some more. Let me get some more competitive gameplay in. Let me learn a variety of characters. Well, guess what? We're a month into the game, a little over a month into the game. And I feel like we're at that level now. I feel like I have a good variety of characters. You know, between Blanca, Zangief, Marisa, Lily, maybe dabbling a little bit with Ryu or whatever. I have a good variety of characters I could use if I wanted to play against you guys online. Now, here's the question, and this is what I'm going to heavily rely on the viewers on. What's the best way to go about this? Can you make a private lobby in Street Fighter 6 where maybe it's like password protected, so someone who's watching the stream would know the password because I can announce it, but not everyone else? In addition, is there moderation available? So if some asshole comes into this lobby and is holding us all up and is not playing and is trying to troll, or is making some kind of a really insulting, abusive name, or is just acting like an asshole, that we can moderate them and get them the fuck out of there. Because this was the major problem with all of the Street Fighter games that I've played in the last decade, is that there's a lobby system and it's junk. People come in, they can't be kicked, they can't be moderated, it doesn't work. You invite people, they can't get in, it says error code and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would need to basically know how to set stuff up to know what to do and do it properly before I would want to take on this task. I want to do it. Let me put it this way. I want to do viewer lobbies. I would love to do viewer lobbies once or twice a week. That would be neat. That's a variety of gameplay. That's a way that I can practice my characters without having to worry about, you know, ranked stuff and just messing around.
Then Google it, bitch. Google
but
that
we got to figure it out. Like, how can you set it up properly, right? So I would love to do it. And, you know, as soon as next week, I'm serious, as soon as next week, I maybe do it on a night stream to test the waters, see how it works, see if it's fun, and if people enjoy it, you know, that's good. Listen, I know if I play
he's gonna rage.
I'll play against a variety of characters.
Oh, he's gonna rage, boy.
That's a very good thing. Instead of everyone always being an online tryhard, oh my god, win by every means.
He's gonna rage like LTG, dude.
To just test stuff is really useful. That's how I used to learn in Street Fighter. Sit down with my friends or fellow local players, and just everyone messing around, trying out different tech, trying out different characters, and seeing what sticks. In Street Fighter, and in any fighting game in general, a lot of the practicing of the game is just throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks. Sometimes you'll think, I'm going to like this character, and then when you use him, you don't. But you won't know that till you try him, and you don't want to go right to ranked and just get smacked around by people who've been playing high level constantly, you see? So these kind of lobbies would cater towards this, and I think it would make sense to do it. Now, again, it all depends. We have to figure this out, all right? I would like I said, let's talk about this over the next few days. It won't be this streaming week. It'll likely be maybe next week we try our first viewer lobby on a late stream. All right? So let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. And I think we will implement it next week. And we'll try it out and see how it goes.
Just think about like how mad he's going to be.
Then maybe we'll continue to do this kind of stuff. Right? All right.
When he gets Hail Mary supered by a fan.
Anso Kamaru says, it is extremely easy to set up. Extremely. Well, that's good. And I hope that it works. The moderation is key. So hopefully it works well, and, you know, we'll be able to get it going. Again, a password would be key as well. We have to have a password so people watching the stream can jump right in. It's not just an open lobby for everyone to join. That'd be good. All right, we'll try to figure it out. But I say let's start talking about this. Let's figure out when we want to do it next week. We'll do it as a night stream next week. Okay? We'll figure it out. So that's kind of something special. So these are things I want to do in Street Fighter 6, and now that we've gotten this far in the game, we could start doing them. Because how much you want to bet? You know who, my hate watchers are probably sitting there saying, hey, Phil's going to quit Final Fantasy. Phil's quitting another game. No one said that. But people just listen to the wrong shit, you know?
Yeah, buddy. That's what we said.
It's really stupid. In that regard, that sadly there is this dumb white noise that people listen to.
And now, now, Phil, now prove us wrong. And keep playing it.
So,
keep playing the whole game,
in regards to
dude.
Final Fantasy 16.
I'm sure you're going to get tons of tips, dude.
Tomorrow as a mainstream.
Oh,
chances are.
Oh, you are.
The daytime
oh my God, it hurts.
Continue to be balanced.
Oh, that hurts me so much.
Between Street Fighter 6 and Final Fantasy 16.
Oh,
but
you didn't wage for it. Oh my God,
that
I'm
are
so
now going to
hurt,
be freed
dude.
up for content, such as the World Tour mode in Street Fighter 6, maybe doing a viewer lobby in Street Fighter 6, and probably Amnesia the Bunker. News is as you can see, once again, we had a dip in membership. And it was cool because the other day, we got like 50 memberships. Actually, take it back. We had like 90 memberships on this channel. There was like a rallying of support. People were gifting memberships. It was great. And then we lost a bunch of them again. And it's like, I don't want people to get frustrated. All right? I don't.
I'm frustrated.
Please don't get frustrated. But understand that basically 2-3 months ago,
how could this happen?
We were in the midst of a bunch of playthroughs that basically people were rallying for. Right now, there is rallied support for Street Fighter 6 for sure, but it's basically a lot of tip support. Outside of that, I haven't seen a lot of like people becoming members or whatever for Street Fighter 6. And a lot of the normal support I would get for other playthroughs hasn't happened. I think because number one, Zelda's a game I've been playing for over 2 months, and we're trying to wrap it up, right? Diablo 4 is done, and it was basically a very chill late night stream and didn't really garner that much support to begin with. And Final Fantasy 16 for my audience seems to be a dud. And I know that that's a shame because it's funny. I'm getting comments on videos now, and even I got an email overnight, and you're like, I don't get it because I'm watching a big streamer. I just want to just listen to this. I'm watching a big streamer. A big streamer. They pull in like thousands of viewers a stream, and they're playing Final Fantasy 16, and everyone likes it. I was like, how do people not understand the difference in 2023 between a big streamer and darksydephil? I am not a big streamer at all.
200K.
I am a little rinky-dink guy streaming in my little private corner of the internet, minding my own business for my own audience that likes my style of curated content. I literally do nothing mainstream. Nothing. I don't do viral videos. I don't do viral games. I don't collaborate. I don't have sponsors. I don't have partners. I do absolutely nothing like any of the big streamers. The reason big streamers get thousands of viewers for Final Fantasy 16 is because they're big streamers. These people could literally be sitting there taking a shit on stream and they'd have 5,000 viewers. Do you understand that? People aren't tuning in because they're watching Final Fantasy 16. They're tuning in to watch this virally popular person put content out on the internet. Do you get it? So when you say, oh, I don't get it, a giant streamer is playing Final Fantasy 16 and they're getting thousands of viewers. Yes, they could pick their fucking nose and flick the booger at the camera and they'd get $100 per booger from 27 people. It's not the same. It's not apples to apples comparison. You're absolutely out of your mind. You know what I'm saying? I am nothing compared to these people. I'm a bug crushed under their heel. But I'm okay with that. I'm happy with where I am on the internet. I like being who I am, but you have to understand that for me, a lot of the people who come to watch me play games are people who want to see me enjoy the game I'm playing, and they come for my honesty. Well, we've been playing Final Fantasy 16 now for 17, 18 hours, and half the time I play it, I'm bored to tears. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to kiss the game's butt and say it's the best Final Fantasy ever to get inflated views so we'll have fanboys of Final Fantasy come to the stream. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's the best Final Fantasy. I don't even know if it's the best one in the last 20 years. I don't even know if it ranks in the top 3 of the last 20 years, to be frank with you. It seems like they went a completely different direction, and I don't know if it was a good direction, right? I'm not sure. I can't really wrap my head around this game yet. So, let's continue, all right, with this game, and let's see what it is, but Jasper just opened the closet door. Sounds like he's gonna go into the closet in the hallway, which is cute. He goes into our linen closet. He starts sleeping and snuggling in the sheets. It's very cute. Anyway, basically, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna continue to play this game. I am, all right, and I'm not going to sugarcoat the playthrough, but you have to understand. I just don't understand it. I thought that you would love this game because big streamers seem to love it, and they're getting 5,000 viewers on a stream. It's like, how do people still make that comparison, right? Back in the day, before I was a streamer, it was always, Phil, I don't understand it because other people much more popular than you are getting more views. It used to always be the comparison to like Angry Joe, right? And I don't get it, Phil. Angry Joe reviews games and he gets hundreds of thousands of views, and you review a game and you can only get 10,000 views, but I think your reviews are better. Yes, because he's Angry Joe. Because he has a giant following. He has a viral following on YouTube that likes everything he does. You know what I mean? He's always going to have more popularity than a little rinky-dink guy like me who never collaborated, who never branched out, who just did things for himself, you know? it's always an unfair comparison.
Yeah.
When people want to bring up something insanely more popular than
Yeah, he tweaking.
the real one that gets me today, Maximilian. You do realize that Maximilian is the biggest fighting game content creator. The biggest one. There is no one bigger than him. He's become the biggest guy. He gets every opportunity, every sponsorship, every partnership, everything. It's all given to him because he is the mainstream guy.
Silver spoon.
Right? He's bigger than all the competitive FGC players. He's bigger than all of them. Why in the holy hell would you compare me to Maximilian? You're out of your mind. I am smaller than everyone in the FGC, and you compare me to the biggest guy. That's just wild. Anyway, all that being said, I'm not quitting Final Fantasy 16, but I'm going to continue it and be honest with it, and I'm not going to kiss its butt or anything. You know me. I'm an honest dude, and I'm going to keep telling you what I think about the game honestly, and I hope that you'll continue to enjoy it for that. You know, I do. All right? Oh,
he's an honest dude, man. He's an honest guy, you know, what can I say?
So, there you have it. Don't worry. Final Fantasy 16 isn't going anywhere, but I'm also not going to kiss the game's butt and say it's great when I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think there's parts that are great, but man, they really balanced it with boring ass parts that are stupid, that shouldn't even be in there, and it's just a poorly paced game, and I feel like that's why we fall asleep half the time I play it, and then the other half is cool. Let's continue for the good parts. All right, I think that Street Fighter 6, Final Fantasy 16 are a good balance. Two games that'll definitely balance each other out. So, okay. All right. So, if you would like to support the channel right now, okay, a great way to support this channel would be a membership or a gifted membership, because we have lost so many members
right into the bag, baby.
in the last, month or so. Since I've been covering
we on
Street Fighter
fire
6,
today.
basically all of that kind of YouTube side support fell off. The tips have been great, so I'm not complaining in that regard. But yeah, the YouTube side support has dramatically dipped in the last month since I started playing Street Fighter 6 so heavily, and everything else was an RPG. So if you could support the channel with a membership or a gifted membership, there's tons of people, hundreds of people, who'd be very happy to accept a gifted membership right now. They enjoyed them when they had them, and then they all expired, and just think about it. All right, that's a great way to help out everyone. Everyone's super happy when we get a big member bomb on the channel. It's a big positive feeling, correct? So I hope you will consider it. If outside of that, everything's appreciated. A super chat, a tip, everything's great. Thank you to anyone who supports this channel in any way. All right.
Tips.
A little bit of game news, but nothing too major today. There's a couple of quick stories that I'd like to cover for you. A loss in a fighting game is not truly a loss unless you feel like you wasted your time and you learned nothing. Because in competitive fighting games, you have to learn to be a good loser before you can become any kind of a winner. What I mean by that is that you have to be ready to take your licks and lose a lot, but as long as you're absorbing knowledge for every loss, it doesn't matter that you lost. Being punched from mid-screen, I can't do anything. It's the end of the game. This is complete trash. Yes, teabag, because the game is built weird where you can just do safe shit and you suck my ass. How about this, Luke? Luke player who teabagged me. Here's what I'd like you to do. Eat a piece of shit out of my ass. Because that's what you deserve for that win. That's how much skill you used. Seriously. You literally did everything safe from the middle of the screen. You did absolutely nothing special, and then you think you're going to teabag me at the end like you did something good. You did nothing. You did nothing. You played it insanely patterned, and there's nothing I can do about it. Move that Ryu keeps doing to me. As long as you're absorbing knowledge, or you improve in some way when you lose, then you're good to go. And I think some people just take it that a loss is just a waste of time. That is completely the wrong mentality to have. If that was the mentality of a fighting game player, I'm not even kidding you, I would have said that 98% of the time I spent in arcades back in the day was a waste of time. I didn't win constantly, it was all about taking your licks and learning from those licks. Spandonk says, do you think you're fiending for Master in Street Fighter 6 rank?
Thank you.
You feel like you have something to prove?
You wouldn't have a hard time.
No, I don't have anything to prove. I just want to have fun with the game. It feels good to know that at least I'm getting better at a game when I've been out of competitive fighting games for over a decade. And when everyone out there has been saying you suck at games, and I know I don't, I'm saying if I would just dedicate time enough to a fighting game, I would get good at it. I just don't want to dedicate the time because I haven't found a game I liked enough. Here we are, a month into Street Fighter 6, and here I am climbing the ranks, right?
There you go.
So it's kind of like, gee, I've only told you this You know, for
You did
how
it.
long? Because you know what it was? A lot of people were like, oh, Phil will only ever be good at Super Turbo. He'll never be able to apply himself to a modern fighter. Well, guess what I'm doing? And now they can't stand it. Oh my god. Make every excuse in the book. They're actually complaining that I'm using Blanca. Blanca's too easy. Get the fuck out of here. Yes, no matter what I do, there's an excuse for why it's not valid, right? If I went to Evo and I won Evo with Lily right now, they would say that Lily is broken, even though she's blatantly bottom tier in the game. That's what these idiots do, right? So, for me, it's not about disproving the haters. It's about just having fun with the game. And to some extent, that means showing that I kind of have the chops to hang competitively again, which is nice. It's nice to know that. I'm in absolutely no desire to get back into competitive fighting games. I don't want to go to a tournament. I don't want to go to Evo. Those days are long in my past. I'm done with that crap. But I like playing games and having fun with them. And I think that being competitive at the game is nice. You need to be able to hang and not just be putting out crappy, scrubby gameplay. You know what I'm saying? So, there you have it.
Hey, Phil. Funny to mess around with Phil Burnell, right? Oh, it's real funny to do these horrible things to him because it's just a joke. No, it's not a joke. It's my life.
Not Phil Burnell, Shill Burnell.
Shill Burnell.
The reason we do it is because Phil begs. Wrong. The reason they do it is because they want to see me suffer.
That's right.
Why did detractors say you're a pig roach? You don't look like a pig or a roach. I don't know. I don't know what that means. That's one of their memes. I don't actually know what it means at all. Piggy Smalls took me $1. Says, own the pig meme like others. Pigs rise up. Oh my god, here we go again. Another stupid meme. Another stupid meme that means nothing.